Spellbound is a femtastical, actual play D&D podcast. It follows the adventures of Princess Theia, the human sorceress, played by Lydia.r.miller.
I know how to do things.
Delaelia, the elven ranger, played by Kelsea Botwinick-Caruza.
Temples are for boobies, not traps.
Feliks, the gnome fighter, played by Rebecca Muñez.
And he kind of just slowly turns around and looks at the others like, oh no.
And me, your DM, Emma Carter. Welcome back, listeners. This is episode 16 of Spellbound. I want to take a moment to talk about something that is very important: voting. Today is Saturday, August the 29th, which means there are 66 days left until the presidential election in the United States. So if you haven't already, make sure you double check that you are registered to vote. Research your voting options within your state. Plan ahead how you will vote, whether it's in person, absentee mail-in, or mail-in only. If you are planning to vote via the mail, make sure you request your mail-in ballot as soon as possible. So right now, if you can. I'll wait. And then make sure you mail it back in as soon as possible. I'll include some resources for doing this in the episode description. We all have to vote like our lives depend on it, because they do. But that's a whole other conversation for another podcast. If you would like to skip past our opening comments about She-Ra and our level up, go ahead and fast forward to 11 minutes and 30 seconds into the episode. When last we left our heroes, they just finished off a dog-hungry vine blight and were about to level up before entering the Temple of Kildora in search of their captured prince. What challenges await them inside the temple? Let's find out. I will see you in the story.
You mean you missed all that good content?
I know. I was like, oh man, I could have put that conversation about She-Ra on the podcast.
Oh, shit.
She was gay and we love it.
She-Ra. See, you just did it again. And that was such as good. What?
Kelsey's going to be Adora. Lydia's going to be Glimmer. Is Rebecca going to be Katja?
Yes.
Yes,
And
you
I
are.
might
Oh
be
shit, we get to be gay for each other?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I
Wait,
almost worry I'm too cheered.
Did you just fucking give it away?
What?
Are Glimmer and Katra in love
Sorry,
with each
not
other?
Glimmer. Sorry, I was thinking
Yes.
Adora.
Yeah, no,
Adora.
it's Glimmer. It's definitely Glimmer.
No, it's just that they've been. Have you been to the ball episode yet? There's just an episode where like they're at a dance together and it's cute.
Yeah.
They're cute.
They're being catty and assholes to each other.
Catty, get it?
Because it's because she's a cat. No, I don't think Glimmer has a love interest. Or at least she has.
Which I respect.
I think it's Bo. I think she loves Bo. I think they're like Ron and Hermione.
But I think they're platonic because I thought Bo was gay.
I don't know.
Or not interested in her in that way.
I don't know if Bo has come out and said his sexuality.
I don't know. My roommates are like very much on the train of like Bo is gay. But that might also be because he kind of looks like my roommate VJ.
There's a moment though. There's a moment in season 4, and I don't
not
know
there
if
yet.
either of you have gotten there, so I'll let you decide. I'll let you decide.
Where he yells, I love dick and exclusively dick. It's hard to read, it's hard to interpret, but
I always
Dick,
thought
dick,
that
dick,
Bo
dick,
was kind
dick,
of
dick,
like
dick.
could go either way. That like he's
Yeah,
okay with
honestly.
being gender fluid in his presentation, like in his fashion. But I think that like I never got a specific like one or the other from him.
Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't just
don't
label
think-
people gay because they
yeah,
don't
everyone who
necessarily.
is effeminate is not necessarily a gay man.
I know.
But his dads definitely are gay.
They
And I
definitely
love
are. That's
them
Yes,
so
dads?
much.
I didn't know that either. Yes.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
he's
they're
dads.
so good.
Because I saw,
Full.
I finally saw like a confirmed lesbian couple of those two princesses, the like web spinstra or whatever.
Yeah,
and then the other-
Spintassa and
Spintassa.
Spinnerella. Or sorry, what? Net Tassa and Spinnerella. There we go.
Yes, and they walked in and Bo was like, "Hi," and one of them was like, "You still don't know what we do? It's literally in our fucking name." And then they hugged and were like clearly in love, and I was like, "Oh, it happened."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, there's dads.
I
There's
love the dads.
And he calls them
so
by their
sweet.
first names, and it's adorable.
Oh,
And they
And like
have
they're just such a wholesome couple. Like
they are.
each other so well. I love them. But never have I related to a character's wardrobe choice more than with Bo. Every time he's like, something's wrong, and then rips off the cummerbund. It's just
I love it.
I
Like
love
a
it.
midriff. Go.
I love him so much.
The midriff.
Yeah.
In that ball one when he was like, I'm cold. I'm going to go get my cummerbund.
Yeah.
Like this much fabric is going to resolve it for him.
I
You
do
guys-
love
I'm gonna
Seahawk.
rewatch
He's
this now.
chaotic.
Mhm.
Huh?
Seahawk.
Oh,
Seahawk!
Seahawk.
Oh my god.
Which
I
one's
love
Seahawk?
he's Mermista's annoying
Oh,
friend, and I love
The
him 'cause
pirate
he's
with the
so
thigh-high
annoying.
boots.
I love him.
They're totally a couple.
Oh, yeah.
And
A
she's
reluctant
totally ashamed
couple.
of it.
Yeah.
She's like, how
Fun
did I end up
dynamic.
with someone so cheery?
I love it though because he's so in love with her and
He's
just so
100% in.
obsessed with her.
Yeah.
But like
God,
not in
he's
a
a-
creepy way, like just in a very enthusiastic way.
I love it.
The thing I like about the show the most is that like there's so many instances of bad relationships, like
Mhm.
Catra and Adora have a rough relationship, and then just with all the bad people, everybody has like these bad relationships. But then also they show you good, healthy relationships too,
Mhm.
and the whole opposites attract, but they're attracting because they respect each other. And so
Uh-huh.
that's the thing I like about Seahawk is that he respects her and he doesn't try to control her.
Mhm.
And so if he wants to do something she doesn't, he's like, okay, let's not do that. And like and they respect each other's boundaries, those two. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think if there was ever a point, because part of their thing is the banter.
Mhm.
And I've always been really like turned off by that kind of banter in in a couple or whatever, because I'm like, oh no, they secretly hate each other. But then sometimes that's just part of the dynamic where they're like, no, this is fun for me to be a little bit shitty to you, and really like I know where the line is and I'm never going to cross it. Like that would be,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that to you and I wouldn't do that to us, which is
Right.
lovely.
Oh, Shira. Okay, I have to get us started now or we're never
Sorry.
gonna. No, it's okay. I got us down that rabbit hole.
No, I did.
Alright.
I definitely did.
No. Well, we all
It was
jumped
a
down
team
the rabbit
effort.
hole.
How did everybody level up? Tell. Hi, Lex. How did everybody level
Lex.
up?
I did.
I don't-
I have a Beastmaster now. So I am a Beastmaster. I have a familiar
a beef.
that fights alongside of me that I control.
That's
And
right.
I'm going to introduce them to you. You already know my beast, Lorne, the pseudo dragon.
Yay!
He gets to be your beast.
I chose him, and we've been bonded because he's been living inside of my clavage for like ever.
Lavage. I like that.
So
I'm kind of sad. Am I the only one without a beast companion? Where's my Robin friend?
Oh,
I miss my
yeah.
Robin friend.
Where is
he
your
wouldn't
Robin
have fared
friend?
Where's
well.
Cherry Bloom?
No,
Cherry
Cherry Bloom
Bloom's
had to go back.
I know,
Um,
but if you kept Cherry Bloom, he could be your beast.
He's also not a beast, though. He's a person. He's just a
Pseudo
very
dragons aren't a beast either.
Lux is my beast.
Yeah,
Yas is my baby boy.
I don't have a beast today.
We have our husbands.
Yeah.
Ah, there you go. I like that.
Counts
It's fine. Yeah, look at
Rebecca,
you,
how did
happily
Felix-
married in a relationship? Hooray!
Yay. Rebecca, how did you level up Felix?
So he gets to pick a martial archetype, and since I kind of was already doing it and going that direction anyway, shield master.
Cool. What does that mean?
I can do shield bash as a bonus attack now, so I can hit
Nice.
someone with the sword and then also hit them with the shield.
Nice.
And I get improved protection. So as a reaction, I can force the attacker to re-roll one weapon attack that hits an ally adjacent to me.
Yes! Oh my
Nice.
gosh, Felix, that is gonna come in handy. You're a protection.
I'm like, yes,
Yes.
bodyguard. But yeah, I'm really excited for it. It looks really good, and like as we level up, there's some other cool stuff I'll be able to do. Oh, and I also get I have to do a stupid equation, but it's for saving throws, to resist effects of like magic and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So I get to like add all these numbers and do stuff, which will increase my ability to resist things.
Lydia, how did Theia level up?
I got a new spell, and I got 2 more spell slots. So
Nice.
I have 6 spell slots. 4 of them are for my level 1 spells, and 2 for my level 2. Or I guess just 2 for.
No, that
And-
was right. You said it right.
Yeah. It's very confusing. I'm still learning how this works. But I got a new spell too, and this one is called Shatter. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I got a new thing called Meta Magic, which just like enhances my spells. And so I got one that's called Careful Spell that I can use with Shatter, and probably will, which basically protects you guys from the effects of my spells.
Spell shaping.
Yeah, and then I also got an empowered spell, which it you can basically re-roll if you are unsatisfied with the roll of, it's like for damage, to like up the damage, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that make any sense to anybody?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's where I'm at. Woo!
Sweet. Yay.
Hey!
Holy shit, you guys sound super badass right now.
We're so cool.
All right, my friends. So, last time we ended, you guys were in the trees. You just defeated the vine blight. Bill is still with you. Bill is still here. So
Silly
you have
boy.
Bill. As you are up in the trees after having just defeated the vine blight by lighting it on fire and then using Mage Hand to throw it into the river. As you look down below Delaelia, you notice the white wolf is down there staring up at you. You see that this wolf has something sticking out of its shoulder that you didn't notice before. I'm not sure if you noticed it before or if I told you about it. And it looks at you, and then it turns around and it heads towards the Temple of Kildora.
I go down there and run after it. Come on, the goddess Kildora is back, and she's leading us this way.
Wait. You guys are hurt. Can I please heal you?
Please do that. Oh, I'm fine.
No, well, I'm not.
Okay.
No, Felix still has like extensive burns and.
Okay.
That didn't get fixed during our level up?
Healing
So I'm
hand.
gonna walk over to Felix and say, "Can I help you?"
Yes, absolutely, please. This
Okay.
hurts.
And then I'm gonna lay my hands on him and channel some inner woo-woo
Woo, woo.
and heal him.
And Delaelia, where are you at?
I think
got
I lost
tangled.
some. Yeah, but
What do you
they're all
think?
there, so I don't know what happened.
Well, we got some back when we leveled up. We got some back, didn't
Yeah.
we? Because I got
Yeah.
extra.
Because I
Okay.
wasn't as busted as you were, Felix, who...
No, I got messed up. Felix got
Yeah.
wrecked.
Okay, so you're
Okay.
only what? You're only 5 hit points down then?
Well, if Delaelia got all her hit points back, I'm gonna give Theia her spell slot back, and we'll just say you all start with all your full hit points before we go into the temple, so it's fair.
Yay! It means it's gonna be hard. Oh shit!
Oh lord.
I
Okay.
know.
Hooray! I'm so happy.
Like Emma is normally generous, but this kind of generosity
This
is
is
a little
too
scary.
generous.
Well, we
It's
want it
goofy.
to be fair, though. I want it to be fair.
All right, so then I guess none of that happened.
That's okay. Mhm,
Great. So
mhm,
after
mhm.
the wolf.
Oh, and also before we go on, Delaelia, you found the bag of holding and you found the book, right? There was like a
Bag of tricks and a book.
sorry,
Yes.
bag of tricks. Yes, bag of tricks and a book. Okay, cool.
So excited for a second there.
Oh.
Holding, how did I miss that in my notes?
All right. So Delaelia, you see that wolf and the
What does it look like in the shoulder of it?
it looks like well, roll me an investigation roll.
Good idea. It's a 4.
It looks like a stick.
Okay, so it has a stick in its shoulder. Guys, it has a stick in its shoulder. Hopefully we can help.
Let's go.
All right, let's get the stick.
We get
you-
the stick.
Head on down there. And the wolf it's headed off towards the temple. And you follow it towards the temple. So,
Wait, did I miss anything? I'm so sorry. My roommate just told me that they're getting me tiramisu.
Ooh, I want one too.
jealous. Can I have
didn't
one?
know what happened.
Oh, you guys go towards the temple is basically where we're at. You guys go towards the temple, and as you approach, you can see that this is an ancient structure. Theia, it reminds you of the Temple of the Goddess in Highgard. It looks like it's made in a similar style. It is overgrown with weeds and vines and roots, and actually, as you approach, some twigs like configure themselves into little humanoid shapes, but then they see you three walking over to them. Delaelia, describe what your badass, how you look like a badass right now, because you just leveled up.
Oh, I look like a badass.
What do
So,
yeah.
When
I-
do you
my-
not?
My little these shouldies, my shouldies look like I do like a ton of yoga, and you can see them in my whatever these are, the ones that get bat wingy whenever you get older. Those are like toit. Yeah, I'm like in my 90s and my triceps are toit, and
you have
so
the neck
delts.
muscles.
I have
those-
deltoids. Isn't that what those are? And so yeah, I come in here and I'm like like a little strand of hair, and I go and blow it out of my eye and level myself, and then my pseudo dragon Lauren pokes out of my little shirt and goes, "Hey."
Yeah.
I love that with all of my heart.
Feliks, how does Feliks look like a badass right now with Ramsey?
Oh God, Ramsey.
Ramsey.
Since Feliks is back up to full health and everything, he's walking tall, and his cape is surprisingly blowing very majestically behind him. It's even
Nice.
kind of getting off the ground, despite how close it is to the ground. And he's got his sword and shield in hand, and that sword is shining bright right now. It's looking good. And then there's Ramsey.
And Princess Theia, how does Princess Theia look like a badass right now?
I mean, she looks pretty much the same, but there's like a glow of inner confidence.
Yes.
Yay!
That's better than any of ours.
No.
And the Twig Blights see you three, all of you, Ramsey, Lorne, the three heroes approaching, and they look at each other, and then they just run away.
Yeah.
Because they can tell that you guys are not fucking around here today.
Nope.
Ooh,
We're not
I
fucking
just
around.
realized something that I want to make note of. So remember that time that I threw my dagger into the heart of a vine blight and then threw the vine blight into the river?
Is the dagger
no.
gone?
I would probably assume the dagger is gone.
I mean, I'm a kind DM. Maybe it fell. I think the vines were burning up and the dagger fell and you picked it up from the floor of the treehouse.
Cool.
So you
Cool.
still have your
Cool.
one weapon.
Thank you for your
one weapon.
honesty.
Guys, I love you. I don't want to set you up for failure.
Yeah.
Say, I
Just
have
the nicer you're being to us right now, the
The
more
more worried
scared
we
I
are.
am.
Yeah. To me,
Um,
it's with the pseudo dragon that growls like this. It's like nothing can beat us.
Oh, and what's Bill doing?
Oh, Bill! Oh. He's standing at my right side as my best friend.
Can I
I'm
pet
laying
him?
it on really thick so when he dies, you feel bad. Yeah, you can.
Oh, how dare
Well,
you?
you can ask him. You
Hey,
can ask him
Bill?
if you can pet him.
Excuse me, Bill. Can I give the boys a good scruff underneath the chin? Can I get a scratch between the ears? Scratch. He's good boy. He's good boy.
And he's
This
hyped. He
this
loves
interaction
it.
happens after they run away. You guys are looking all badass, and then you go and you just all
Who's a good boy? Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
I love him.
And you
So this is
all-
what the Adventure Zone is and continues to be a failure because they're not allowed to have pets.
That's true. There are no dogs on the moon in the
Mm.
Adventure Zone.
You could have a helmet.
They're goldfish.
Yeah, there could be. Griffin is mean. That's the problem. That's why they don't have pets. Let it be known.
I really don't want them coming at us. I don't know what I'm doing.
No, they're
I have
lovely
so much to
boys.
say.
They're lovely boys. We
He
love
knows he's
them.
wrong.
So
All
we
right.
approach the temple.
So anyway,
You guys approach the temple of Kildora, a giant stone structure built into an even more giant tree. Guys, this tree is the biggest tree you've ever seen in your life. It is bigger than Wahea's tree, and Wahea's tree was big.
Big.
This temple is built right up into the trunk of the tree, and at the front of the temple is a giant head of a wolf with the triangle on the forehead made up of the 3 lines. And you go up the steps and you walk past where the twig blights had been previously, and you find yourself face to face with a giant wooden door.
oh, that's an inanimate object. Boy, giant wooden. Oh God, door. Okay.
Wait, knock?
Yes. Trust your instincts.
Wait, you think we should knock?
I vote try it.
Okay.
I don't have a better. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we don't know. Maybe somebody's living in there. It's
Um,
only it's the polite thing to do.
What if they're not dressed? Yeah. I mean, at this point, charging in would be very rude.
Okay. So, I guess I'm gonna send my mage hand up and knock on the door.
And it knocks
She's
on the
using
door.
those cantrips.
And you stand there for a
I don't want to get too
second.
close.
You wait. You wait. Nothing happens.
I don't
You
think
guys want to
anybody's in there.
inspect it or investigate it at all?
I want to.
Yeah. What's up with this door?
I want to inspect it.
Yeah.
Felix, roll me a perception or an investigation check.
Oh.
What'd
I
you guys
didn't
roll?
Do great.
I got a 21.
Whoa,
I got a
Felix!
17.
It would have been
I
it
got
would have been at 20, but I have a +1 on my investigation.
I got a 10.
I know my
Awesome.
doors.
So Felix and Delaelia, you guys immediately recognize that on this door there is actually some script written like along. So like, you know, most doors might have like a panel or something along it. It's not just like a flat sheet of wood. There's like a little panel going across the front of it, and it has some script written into it. I think maybe you didn't notice it at first because it's kind of worn away. Like it looks like maybe there was silver paint on it at some point, like a luminescent paint of some sort, but that has weathered away under the rains of however long this door has been here. But it is some script written in Sylvan.
I would like to read it.
So the script on the door says, I have a crown but no head, limbs but no legs, and rings but no fingers. Speak my name and enter.
Can you say
I have a
that
crown but
again?
no head. No, I said head twice. Limbs but no. Okay. I have a crown but no head. Limbs but no
Legs.
legs.
And rings but no fingers. Speak my name and enter.
A tree.
That's true. Yeah.
Do you all
A
just
tree.
say that?
Yeah.
At the same time.
And the door
Except
creaks
Theia, because she
open.
can't read.
I would like to investigate before, or like not investigate because I'm bad at that, but like look and make sure that there's no danger before we just charge in.
you
Yeah,
trying to
can I send, like, I guess we don't need light because we have dark vision.
Yeah. What do we see?
So it's just Delaelia sticking her head in, or is everybody peeking in?
I think we're all peeking.
I
I'm
think we're all
curious.
You peek
And
in
we're
it.
like boop boop boop.
Yeah. Do the stacked head thing again.
So you look inside and it is dark in here. There are a few lights. There are a few torches that seem to be lit by magical fire.
Oh, good.
It's a red color.
Oh.
So it casts a sort of ominous, eerie red coloring over the room. And I'm going to bring it in because what you see is frightening.
Oh no!
Yes.
I don't want to be frightened.
I am scared.
You see most of the interior of the temple is covered in scorch marks or smoke damage. Parts of the ceiling are caving in. It is evident there was a fire here. Roots erupt from the earth and ceiling, some clearly dead, others living. Worst of all, on the floor of this temple are bones. It is littered with elven bones.
No.
Does it look like they couldn't get out?
Well, you've only just stepped in, so
Can we do an
So I don't know all of its
investigation check?
secrets?
at the far end of the room, you see a large staircase leading up to another closed door, but there is a thick tangle of roots that have grown from the ceiling to cover this door. Not completely, but it would definitely be difficult to get to that door. You'd have to get through those roots first. Theia, I see you have moved your marker further into the room.
Oh, no, I don't
Was that
have to.
intentional?
No. No, I'm gonna.
But you did it. But you did it.
I didn't mean to.
Okay. So yeah,
know.
you see this chamber to your left. There is a bunch of rubble. It seems on the left side there's much more damage. There's just a big giant pile of crumbling rock and boulders kind of blocking off whatever was on this left side of the room. And then on the right side of this hallway, the long hallway, you see two doors.
I want to pick up that rock I circled.
Yes.
Okay.
You pick it up.
Can we do another investigation check? I don't want to get any nasty surprises.
Yeah. Here, one of you elect one person to investigate.
Who has like?
Yeah, I have bad. Or should you do it, Felix? Felix.
Yeah,
do it.
let me do
Felix
it.
should
I'm
do
a
it.
little sturdier.
You're not wrong.
So yeah, Felix is going to investigate.
Perfect. What did you roll?
What did I get? Hold on. I'm in the wrong thing. It's a 2.
And
I
it
mean,
was
it's
a
a
nat 1. It's a nat
Not
1.
one. It's
So
Great.
Felix, I'm gonna take a hard move because you rolled a nat 1. So Felix, I think you step forward just a little bit to try and get a better look of this in this room. You step forward, a couple like there's some tiles on the floor. You step forward just like one full tile, and as you do, you feel a little click under your foot as one of the tiles descends downward. And this is what happens.
oh no.
You step onto this stone tile and it sinks 2 inches into the ground. There is a sudden sound of stone machinations and gears, kind of the grinding of stone on stone behind a wall. And you can hear this groaning and grinding. And then all of a sudden, 3 arrows fly from their hidden opening. But with a swift crack, they shatter against a mound of stone rubble that is now in the way of where those arrows were coming from. This trap has clearly been messed with because of all of the damage in the temple, so the arrows don't hit you. But now the stones are shifting and beginning to tumble from the arrows that just hit them. And the stones are tumbling in your direction. Make a dexterity save to get out of the way, or a strength or constitution saving throw to keep your footing.
Can one of us give him an advantage?
Nope. He just has to make a save.
So that's a 16.
Woo! Okay, that's a good roll. So, Felix, describe for me what happens. You are able to dodge out of the rocks.
So the rocks are on the left side, right? They're that pile of rocks that were there.
Mm-hmm.
So Felix, like he steps forward, he hears the click, and he kind of just slowly turns around and looks at the others like, "Oh no!"
He knows what that sound is.
Yeah, he knows he just set off a trap, and he sees the rocks start rolling, and so he just like dives forward and rolls out of the way and just barely misses getting crushed.
Awesome. So, Felix, I'm going to say you're up here now.
And there are now rocks on the floor in front of you. Delaelia and Theia, you can still step past them. The hallway isn't blocked by any means. But now this area over here on the left side of the hallway, because the stones have shifted, there is a bit of an opening on this part of the hallway now.
Should we check it out?
Go for it, Theia.
But be careful. At least we know now this place is booby trapped, so.
Who booby traps a temple?
That's what I was about to say.
I don't know.
Maybe the
but
private elves who didn't want people messing with it.
That's fair.
Temples are for boobies, not traps.
I like you so much.
You guys can do whatever you want to do. You've
Okay.
got the hallway, there are the two doors on the right, and then there's the slight opening in the stone on the left. And there's
I'm gonna
also
try
the
and-
roots straight up ahead.
I'm going to try and do a perception check.
Okay.
Just so that, because,
Okay.
Oh, I got a 13.
A 13's not bad. Theia, but I'm going to say, don't worry, I'm not stepping you into a trap. You move a little further into the room so you can get a better look. And as you approach the staircase with the roots on it, you notice that these roots look a little sickly too, like the rest of the vegetation that you've seen outside. They look a little noxious. But above the roots and above the door, you also see some more writing in Sylvan.
Ooh.
Delaelia, there's writing over here. I can't read it, but I think it's Sylvan.
Oh, I can read that, and I go check it out.
And Delaelia, the writing above the big door at the end of the hallway says, "All ye who enter, bow before Kildora, the third-born, goddess of the hunt and all of nature."
Do you think they mean literally bow? Like bow so you don't get hit by arrows and fire and stuff, bow?
Yeah. Well, I know we certainly need to be reverent to Kildora, which I am, but bowing shouldn't hurt. And I bow.
I guess I'll bow too.
You bow,
Bows.
and nothing
Yeah.
happens.
Oh, you
Well, that
I
was
do
great.
love that idea, though. I wish I'd thought of that. I wish that I thought to make that a thing. You bow and nothing happens.
Okay. So I want to go look at the little
Well,
knot
worth
door,
a
the
try.
crevice on the left. And I'm wanting to be as cautious as possible,
Okay.
knowing
roll,
that traps exist.
roll me a stealth check.
Oh no!
That's a nat 1, which is a 5.
That's okay. You're getting all the bad rolls out of the way early.
Yeah, you didn't know that we were just battling the dice tonight. That's why you wanted us to have all of our health.
So, Delaelia, I'm going to take a hard move against you too, because I took a hard move against Feliks when he rolled a nat 1. So, Delaelia, as you are walking into this room, you feel that was not what I meant to do.
That's supposed to be my response.
That is what happens. You walk into the room and you scream like that. You walk into the room and you feel the
Involuntarily.
crunch of bones underneath your feet. Here, let me.
Oh.
You walk into this room, you feel the crunch of bones underneath your feet, and as you enter, this room does not have any magical light in it. It's completely dark, but with your dark vision, you are able to see that this room is just filled with bones.
Like they were all in here when it burned or something?
Yeah, you can tell just from the amount of bones that there was a large group of people in this area when something happened.
Dang. Okay.
So and what I meant to say is, as you walk into the room, because you rolled a nat 1, your foot crunches down on a particularly loud piece of bone. You're trying to be sneaky, but you miss that. It's like a skull, and you step on this skull, and there's a big that echoes throughout the room and the temple. And I think everyone just maybe stands still for a minute. And then, Delaelia, from the corner, you hear something moving.
Delaelia, what do your elf eyes see?
What do I see?
You hear the sound of someone moving in the darkness towards you. You hear a crunching, and it's sort of like something dry scraping against something else dry.
Ooh.
And then from the darkness, you see a skeleton.
Hello, this is your DM, Emma Carter here. As always, I'd like to take a moment to thank you, the listeners, for pressing play. If you'd like to communicate with us, maybe to ask us a question or talk about the latest episode, please reach out. We'd love to talk to you. Seriously, Kelsea heads up our Twitter account. You can follow us there at The Spell Pod. You can follow us anywhere at The Spell Pod. I know some of our listeners already do, like V Tran and Jason Tarwater. Kelsey's always posting such interesting things, like the combat wheelchair for D&D that she recently retweeted. That was so cool. So make sure to follow. Also, Rebecca recently created a D&D meme group. That's where I get all of the D&D memes for our Instagram. So if you want more D&D memes in your life, join D&Deems. That's the letters D-N-D-E-M-E-S, D&Deems. It's got 3 little dragons in the cover photo. Also, I may have made us a TikTok. So if TikTok is your thing, you can follow us on there too, at The Spell Pod. If you're enjoying this podcast so far, as always, consider sharing it with a friend or leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts. If you share the podcast on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, tag us and hashtag The Spell Pod. I'll put your name on my NPC naming list. So gently caress that share button if you too want to become a part of our fantastical Spellbound universe. All right, let's get back to the story.
Make a dexterity saving throw to get out of the way.
I'm sad that the skeleton's not nice.
Emma, I have a problem with zombies. Is this going to be an issue?
11.
Well, it's okay. They're just skeletons. They're not zombies.
Okay.
So you, Delaelia,
Oh
you try to get out of the way of this skeleton. And it looks like a typical, you've probably never seen an animated skeleton before, but if you want to zoom in on that picture, if you want to, it's a full body skeleton. It has like the vestiges of some torn and tattered and burned clothes still on it. And it's not holding a weapon or anything. It just like reached out at you with its fists, I think. Let me double check that. Let me check my skeleton character sheet. So this skeleton does have a sword, but it only rolls a 11. Does that beat your AC, Delaelia?
It doesn't.
So the skeleton lunges out at you with its sword, but it misses.
Okay, so I'm going to... I'm a little bit grossed out by it because it's an unnatural, still alive thing when it should be dead, and I respect life so much. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to draw my sword and hit at it. Did it work? What happened? Sword. Oh, I clicked on the wrong spout. Does a 14 hit?
Yes.
He's also wearing full scale mail. Okay.
The 14 does hit. Because he's only got armor scraps, is what it says in parentheses.
Armor scraps. So that's going to be a 3 for my damage for him. And then is it okay if my beast attacks?
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
So I'm like, Lauren, go. And Lauren goes. And he goes to bite him. So 14?
That also hits.
That's going to be a 3 for our boy.
Nice. All right, so collectively you just hit him for 6 points of damage. So if anyone else wants to get in on this action, we can roll.
Oh, Bill does it too.
Oh, Bill! That's right. You gotta attack for Bill.
Bill's pretty protective of me because I am his mom. I brought him to life.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad I gave him stretches. He's a good boy.
Him's a good boy and him needs to help. Okay, so he is. Oh, he can be. Press the way to hip.
I just have written on my sheet in all caps traps and underneath attack skeleton.
14.
That hit.
Yay.
Roll damage. You guys collectively are kicking the
Team-
skeleton's
Team
butt.
Delaelia over here.
Fucking army at
So
this
that's a
point.
5 damage.
Ow.
Good
Team
job.
Delaelia. Team
Team
Delaelia.
Delaelia.
I also feel like I'm a little bit like, yeah, that's right. Because like last time there were fights, I didn't get any hits in. And so like with the blights and stuff, you guys got it all by yourselves. So I'm like, still got it.
I still work.
Yeah.
I
Delaelia.
got it.
So Delaelia, after you hit it, and I want it's taken a lot of damage. I want you, but it's still standing. But I want you to describe for me how you guys have damaged this thing. It looks like it's standing on its last 2 limbs.
I'm a little bit taken aback, and my first instinct, of course, when I see like a sad creature that has not been able to die, like which is just, is to be able to die with dignity, you know, and to just die. And so I see it, and my first thought is to like, how can I help you? And then he comes at me with his sword, and I'm like, okay. And so my instinct is to like just take him out of his misery, and I get a couple hits in, but when there's not any blood to let, it's a little bit different. So 2 hits in, I send Lauren after him, and I'm like, and so then Lauren goes straight for his little throat, and same deal. We're both like, the training we've been doing is about killing live things, so this is different. So he only gets a little bit of damage in, and then Bill comes charging in just like blah, 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 blah. And
when Lauren goes for its throat, its head falls off.
oh. And I like to imagine too that Lauren is like and still has its head on the ground, like going for it, like doesn't let it go.
Like
Yeah.
a cat with a toy.
Uh-huh.
And I think Bill just like lunges for him and like sinks his teeth into its thigh and rips off one of its legs. So it literally is headless and now standing on one leg. So
That's
Bill rips into one of his legs and just rips it off. So now it's a one-legged skeleton with no head holding a sword.
Poor thing.
Someone help it! It's so undignified.
And
It's just a flesh wound.
it's just a flash. It's still going to try to attack you because it doesn't know what else to do.
Can we help at all, or
Yeah.
Do you want to jump in? You're like less than 10 feet away from Delaelia. So if you want to move to her, or if you want to like move like into the
can I
room.
move to her and use True Strike?
Yeah, because you on each turn you get an action, which is like casting the spell. You get a movement, and then you get a free action, which is something simple like lighting a torch or you know like picking something up.
Okay, I will move to her. I will run to her because noises are happening, and then I'm going to use True Strike. I'm going to point at the non-zombie skeleton and gain an insight into its defenses.
This skeleton is about to fall over if someone just like punches it. It's almost down. So if she can just knock it, it'll crumble into pieces.
Okay, I'm going to say, it only needs one more hit.
I just backhand it.
Nice.
Yes. Like a boss.
roll me that unarmed attack.
If it doesn't hit. 14.
It hits. You guys have been just like hitting it every single time.
Good, because we each rolled a crit today, so it's fine. So 2?
And with that, Delaelia, how will you finish this skeleton?
I just backhand it, and then as it crumples to the ground, I look at my fingers that are like my knuckles that are sort of smarting from that, and I kneel down next to it and I say, "Rest, rest, brother."
And
Because I get reminded immediately of my humanity, you know, where I'm like, I can feel something, like thinking of that, right, you know.
Oh.
Ugly crying over here.
And Delaelia, it seems that this is now just a pile of bones. It doesn't seem that there's any like soul or anything hanging around.
Ugh.
Felix is just gonna yell,
Okay.
"You okay in there?"
Yeah, we're good. We found a skeleton, and it was not very nice, but now it's
Resting.
yeah, it's uh-huh.
Felix, what would you
and
like to do? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I
Oh,
say,
no, go ahead.
Lorne, come. And he comes.
Okay. So this place is filled with booby traps and animated skeletons.
Reanimated death. Yeah.
Does
Let's
that go-
move with caution, shall we?
Wise words, princess. Are there like doors over here? You said.
There's a door right there where you just pointed.
I think Felix is going to go investigate that stealthily. Maybe. Do we do stealth, Felix? I don't remember.
You can do stealth.
Just are we good at it? That's the question. Okay, I'm going. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Hey.
So you're super stealthy, Felix. You've learned from your mistakes. You've learned from the earlier this day, and I'm gonna move you over there. So I think you just peek into the room. You're able to open the door. It's not locked at all. And you peek inside, and you have dark vision, so you can see. There's no lights in this particular room. This one is dark. And you don't move further any more than you have to. It looks just like an abandoned room. There's like half of the room like up in the corner there. It's like kind of falling in. And then there's some pots and broken pottery, whatnot on the ground. Because you rolled really well on your stealth, roll a perception check for me.
Probably not going to be as good. Nope, it's a 2. That's
Seems
a 2.
like a room. It's a
That's-
room.
Yep, this is a room and it is empty. Moving on.
What do you do next?
Well, now I want to investigate the room, but he didn't see anything, so why would he stay?
Oh, I should say there's a door on the other side of the room. Sorry. The room looks empty, but there's a door on the other side.
Okay, so Felix is going to call out to the others, and he's going to be like, "This room over here seems safe, and there's a door onto the other side. Should we check it out?"
I think we
mean-
should.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, can I move carefully towards where Felix is?
Yeah, you can move. You can move carefully towards where Felix is.
And I'm gonna
Cool.
just get my bow out to have it ready, but not get over there.
I doubt that I will be of any use with my dagger, so I'm just gonna chill. Got hands at the ready.
So do you walk into the room?
Yes,
What's the
hands.
plan?
Yeah, Felix is going to walk into the room and start heading towards the door.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry, guys.
okay.
I'm still getting used to this whole revealing things gradually. Felix and Theia, as you walk into the room, I need both of you to make a.
Oh, no.
Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh
for me.
no, why would you
Oh,
do that to me?
no.
I don't- Oh,
15 for Felix.
Yeah.
What'd you get, Theia?
you got a 6.
Six.
Wait, how do you do a
six.
saving throw? Because I just did a Constitution roll.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I'll let you re-roll.
How do you do that?
You actually have it. You have proficiency in Constitution saving throws, Felix. So definitely, or Felix. Oh my gosh, I'm combining your names.
Felix.
I don't
Felix
see
and Theia.
saving throws on mine.
Above the skills box is your saving throws.
Oh. I can read, I promise. Okay.
You don't need to. You are perfect
That's
the way
better.
you are.
I got a 20.
Oh,
That's
All right, we're good.
Much
We're good.
better.
a dirty 20.
So
Hit.
as you two, yeah, dirty 20. As you two enter the room, there you sense something overhead on the ceiling, and I think both of you look up, and there's something goopy on the ceiling, and without even exchanging words, you both quickly dart out of the way, just as some green, slimy goop just like drips down from the center of the ceiling onto the floor.
Oh.
Ew.
But it has not hit either of you. And I will say, because you got out of the way, Felix, you are pressed up against one side of the room, like right up against the wall, and Theia, you're pressed up right against the other.
Yummy.
Goop. Is it sentient?
Someone can investigate if they want to. Like if someone wants to do, I'm gonna make it bigger because it's covering more area than that.
I
So,
love it. It
Ew.
looks like it's walking around.
Yes, I don't like it.
so
I'm
that's
gonna do an-
all on the ceiling. That's all on the ceiling except for the little bit that almost hit you guys, but that you dodged.
I want to do an
Oh.
investigation. Maybe.
Roll
Yeah.
me like a nature check.
Okay.
Or a
nature.
history check.
I'm gonna do history because I'm better at history than I am at nature. Got a 20.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. Wow.
Now she's rolling.
Yeah.
Nice.
Princess Theia, you recognize this. Princess Theia reads a lot, so every time you know something, I'm like, "Oh, you've read about this."
Yes.
This
I
is
have.
this is some green slimy gunk that adventurers have reported running into as they've ventured into caves and other sort of dark, slimy places. You know that if it were to touch you, you would. It's acidic and it'll burn you. So it'll definitely hurt you if you touch it. And because you rolled so well, I'm going to say that you read a story once about some heroes that were able to avoid it by simply just staying far enough away that it wasn't able to reach them because it's not sentient. It's not a consciousness. It is just like a kind of a moldy, slimy, fungusy thing. And so it won't chase you. You just have to not touch it.
Cool. I'm gonna say, Felix, don't touch that. It'll burn you. And I think you've probably had enough of burns for one day.
Oh yeah, no, my quota's filled. So just Felix is gonna try and sidle around it to
Yeah.
get back to the door.
I'm gonna do the same.
Okay. And I think I'm not going to make you roll for that because you don't have to jump out of the way anymore. You're just going to slowly walk up against the wall and you're able to make it to the other side of the room.
Can we go into the next room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Delaelia,
go.
where are you?
I'll follow. Or I want to know what these things are.
So I'll tell you, those are, it looks like boulders
Mhm.
that are up against the...
So they're boulders. I couldn't move them.
Yeah, those are big old rocks that can't be moved. It looks like that passage is completely closed off.
There's no crevices.
No crevices whatsoever.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to follow them.
Do you
And
think
look out
any
for the
of those
glob.
boulders are less heavy than 10 pounds, or are they all over?
Probably bigger than 10 pounds, right, Emma?
Yeah. That area looks like it's some big old chunks that have been on top of each other. It does not look like it would be easy to move.
Fine.
Look out for this glob, Bill. Don't touch it.
And Lauren,
Lauren's in my clothes.
got it. Your clavage, I forgot.
My clavage.
All right, we want to invest.
Chef's kiss.
Now let me tell you what you walk into.
Okay.
If you walk into a room, and this one is lit again with the red fire, so it is a little bit like ooh. But
Lit?
this room,
This room is lit.
This room is less damaged. The walls in here, though cracked and stained, depict various images. Someone roll me a religion check.
I got it. Wait, do I got it? Let me see.
I'm not going to do it.
Oh no, I have a 1.
I have a negative one. Metagame.
What you got, Felix?
1.
Okay, I'll do
Okay.
it.
You're more learned.
I was gonna say Felix didn't even recognize his own god. How's he gonna recognize?
You didn't.
I got a 14.
Theia, you can tell pretty quickly by assessing this room. This looks like a sort of worship room. This looks like where people would have gathered together. From the furniture that's in here, this looks like a community room. And you see that there are various religious images on each of the 4 walls in this room.
A female dryad holding a seed.
You can investigate them if you want to know more. You don't have
Let's
to
investigate. Can we
Okay.
investigate all of them, or do we have to do them one by one?
How about tell me which one you go up to and I'll tell you about it.
I want to
I guess
look
we
at the
could split
wolves
up.
because they're pretty topical right now.
Yeah, let's split up, maybe.
I'm gonna look at the ones straight ahead.
I'm gonna look at the female dryad holding seed.
Sexual in nature.
So as you come into the room, to your left, Theia, you go up to a mural depicting a female dryad holding something small that looks like it might be a seed cupped in two of her hands, cupped together. It appears as if she is offering the seed forward. At least like the way that the mural has been painted, the hands are the center of the image. And where the seed is illustrated in the mural, you see embedded in the wall a sparkling green jewel.
Ooh.
I'm gonna reach out and gently touch that stone.
Nothing happens. It's smooth and shiny.
Okay.
Thank
well,
God.
Can I do an investigation?
Yeah, you can do an investigation. Tell me
Okay.
exactly what you want to investigate.
Or maybe. Wait. So hold on. This is where my mom disappeared, right? Can I check in with my mom?
That was great radio, guys.
Just so the audience knows, Kelsey and I both just shrugged our shoulder. We all just shrugged. Wait, let's take a screenshot. Can we take a moment
Yeah.
and like? There we go. This is what the people want. That's gonna be it. Yeah, you can totally check in with your mom if you want to do that.
Cool. I'm gonna do just like in the stories to see if my mom knows anything about this lady holding the big old emerald. God dang it! What is wrong with me? My mom doesn't want to talk to me. She hates me.
No.
She wishes I was never born.
No. We can work with the 4.
Dude, we can tell you're a teenager though with that response.
Shut
So-
up.
Let me think for a minute. So Theia, you open up your mom's. Did you open up your mom's journal when you do this?
Yes.
Okay. So you open up your mom's journal and you're flipping through the pages trying to find something that has to do with wood elves or Kildora. So you come to a page where your mother is writing about inhabitants of the forest. And in the entry, she mentions that she knows of at least 2 elven communities in the forest of Meryl, a Fonethoid, the sun elves who live in a Fonethoid, and she jots down just a couple of. This looks more like kind of one of those casual entries where she was just making notes to herself rather than like a full emotional journal entry. She's written down like forest of Meryl, a Fonethoid, and then under a Fonethoid, noble, ancient. What's another good word for Delaelia's people that's not insulting? Like
Aloof.
aloof. That's the word. It's aloof. And you can see that she like scratched out some word before that and then wrote aloof, like she didn't want to be mean.
Naughty.
And then under, and I love you. I love Delaelia so much. That wasn't meant to be a burn or shade. But you can tell from
She's
this
being
journal
very quiet.
you can tell from this journal entry that her mom had a little bit of feelings there. And then under Sylvail, she's written down very private devout worshippers of Kildora, and would do anything to protect their home. And then under that is traps? ?
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah,
And then
we
at the
noticed.
bottom, there's a picture. She doodled a picture of a bird.
A bird.
Oh. I don't know what that means. Maybe like in a mine you need a canary? I don't know. That's all I can think of.
Maybe. Or she just wanted to doodle and was like sitting there with her journal in her hands and doodled. So you know your mom was a doodler.
Great. Hooray. Man, I'm just learning so much about my mom.
Oh, and I'll remind you, Theia, as you read this, you realize this is in a language that is not common, but you know what it's saying.
Do I know what language it is?
Roll a history check for me, because I don't think you've ever seen this language before, but if you roll a really high history check, you may have. Oh, okay.
I'm making a very satisfied face for the listeners.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 22.
So, Theia, as you're gazing at this entry and realizing, oh, wait a minute, I know what this is, but this isn't common, you realize that this looks like the writing inside Astrea's temple in Highgard. This looks like writing that you've seen on the walls of the temple, and you recall Harlow once telling you that the language on the wall in the Temple of Astrea is in Celestial.
Right.
The language of the Celestial.
Cool. Neat. Don't know what that does for me, but it's real neat.
Ah.
Okay, what do I see?
So Kelsey went over to the wolves. Kelsey. To the right, as you come in the room, is a mural depicting a pack of wolves that look to be made partially out of trees. The wolves stand firm and stare right at the viewer as if on guard.
But not like on guard.
Not like on guard, but like they look like
The worst.
they're keeping an eye out.
That's like the Kildora one, right? That we've been following?
Yes, the wolves in the painting look exactly like the one you've been following.
I want to look to see where they're looking at.
They are looking directly across the room at where Theia is standing next to the female dryad holding the seed.
Can I see if this wall moves or if there's anything that I could do to like get into this wall?
I think it has to be investigation. Roll me an investigation check.
12.
I'm so upset.
There is nothing on this wall. You can't find any kind of button or device on this wall to indicate that it moves. There's nothing from looking at this wall that indicate that it moves.
Okay. Is it okay if I look over at the wall next to it, the illustrations?
Yes. Before we do, can I go to Feliks first, and then we'll come back to the illustrations? Okay. So Feliks, you went to the one straight ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Feliks, in front of you, you see a mural made up of 7 symbols. 6 symbols make a circle around the 7th symbol. The symbol in the center of this circle matches Theia's necklace. And Feliks, not only do you see these symbols, but you also see that someone has taken what looks like dried blood, or it looks like blood that is dried, and they have defaced this wall of symbols.
Oh, that's not good.
So you see the 6th.
So the one that's like her necklace is the what?
Is the one in the
hoops.
middle.
The hoops.
And it looks like someone has, in blood, crossed out one symbol in the upper left-hand corner, and then drawn what looks like a crown made of 3 triangles, with 2 smaller triangles and then 1 bigger triangle in the center. And you can see little streaks of blood where, when this was painted, it started to creep down the wall.
Oh. Feliks is gonna he looks at the symbols. He sees the one in the middle. He just kind of looks over at Theia and then back at it for a couple of seconds. And he's like, Princess, isn't that your necklace? And he like points up at it. That kind of looks like your necklace, yeah?
Wait. And the one next to it, I saw that in my dream. The one next to it, that pyramid made of lines.
Oh.
I saw that in my dream.
Do I remember any of this?
Anyone can make a religion check if they want to see what they know.
Yeah,
give it
screw
a
you, Emma.
Just kidding.
We all suck.
Mine was a 1. Oh, I do have
Aw.
inspiration though, so I'm going to inspire.
Smart. If anyone
Ah,
wants to use
yes!
inspiration,
I
because
will as well.
they all literally just rolled a 1, a 6, and an 8.
However,
Yeah.
So can I use it? So if I use an inspiration, do I just get to roll again?
You get to roll a d6, and then you add that to your current roll, and that actually might be good because you got the highest roll, Theia. Ooh, good job.
Hey!
So what are your new rolls now?
I'm
my
an 8.
roll is a 3.
Mine is a 13. Is that math?
That's good. That's good math. What is yours, Felix?
An 8.
Okay, so Kelsey, Delaelia does recognize the symbol of Kildora because you already knew about that one. So you recognize that one.
Is that the steppy one?
That's
Okay.
the triangle made of the
Thank you.
5 lines. And then Felix, like you said, you recognize the goddess symbol in the center, that it looks like Theia's necklace. Did you say you got an 8 total, Felix?
Yeah. That's about it.
And then Theia, you recognize the symbol in the center. The symbol, the symbol in the center is the symbol of the goddess Astrea. The 5 lines into a pyramid is Kildora. And then you recognize that all of these other symbols are symbols of the other gods in the pantheon. You've seen them all before in the temple in Highgard, in Astrea's temple in Highgard. This image is like the crest of the pantheon because each
Okay.
symbol represents a different god or goddess.
So I'm gonna just shout, "It's the Pantheon," and then we can move on.
Ah.
So now we all know the same information.
Thank you.
So you guys turn around after looking at that one, and you see behind you on the final wall is another mural. And this one includes pictures. Also arranged in a circle, you see the 7 members of the pantheon.
That's Astrea, I assume.
Yes, at the center of the circle, you see Astrea because you know that that's the goddess symbol at the center. So the corresponding picture on the other side of the room is a voluptuous
Okay.
female elf who is depicted holding a baby unicorn. In the top left of the circle, you see an athletic male elf on the back of a Pegasus. I know these aren't picture perfect. I did the best I can. But that guy in the top left, the guy that you see holding a sword and a shield, in our version of the world, he also has a Pegasus with him that he's riding on. You see in the top right a hooded, cloaked figure holding a staff, extending their hand to a butterfly. In the symbol that corresponds with Kildora, you see a female dryad looking sexy and fierce, and she has a wolf by her side. Beneath the cloaked figure is a older man with a pointed hat and a long beard. He has an owl sitting perched on his shoulder. In the bottom left, beneath Kildora, is a mermaid swimming alongside a giant squid. And then in the bottom right, beneath the man with the owl, is a gnome with a mischievous grin. A fox is illustrated popping up over his shoulder. And I know it's a satyr here, but he's also let me say this. It's a satyr. In the bottom right, I forgot that I picked satyr. In the bottom right, you see a satyr looking mischievous with a fox having a grand old time.
All right.
Neat.
Huh.
Okay. So yeah, the X one is Pan, or is Pax. So the Merciful Shepherd is Medicine, Healing, Slumber Dreams, Numair. So I think the one on the right is Numair. Maybe. Yeah, and that's the sword guy.
Okay. I just had a huge deja vu moment.
Really?
Yeah. It's really weird. Like, I'm like, this seems very familiar for some reason. Okay.
Okay, so they're all connected like that.
Yeah, and I'll let you know that that crown image in blood, that looks like that was added over. Like it looks
Yeah.
like someone graffitied it with blood.
But they wouldn't graffiti it for no reason.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I... it seems like it might be like a ritual or something. It's written in blood, which means maybe I could do I don't know. Would Arcana be a thing? No. I don't know. What kind of check could I do to see what kind of magic they would be using?
Maybe like a wisdom check or an insight.
Emma's making a face. Okay, no.
Insight
I
is
won't.
more. I think insight is more
I
like
think it's Arcana,
reading
right?
people. Yeah, I would go for Arcana if
Okay.
it's anything to do with magic.
Okay, I'm gonna do an Arcana check.
And describe for me like exactly what you're wanting to
Yes.
figure out.
Okay, I got a 20. I want to know what kind, if this is just graffiti or if it's a ritual, and if so, what kind of ritual?
So I will say, because you rolled really well and got a dirty 20, Theia, you are getting the vibe here that this blood, it doesn't seem like a ritual. It seems like someone did this malevolently. Like this seems hateful.
Hmm. So why did they leave some of them alone and most of them? They only left one alone. Okay, so
Well.
I'm gonna say that. It looks like the only symbols that haven't been messed with are the symbol for Kildora and then this other one that I've forgotten what it goes to.
Got their
Old man?
names in now. Just a second.
The old man with the owl.
That's
No,
Talus.
no, the half moon, the half crescent one.
Oh, the cloaked person with the staff and butterfly.
Yes.
Like this is legitimately how Feliks is addressing them. He does not know anybody's name. Like,
That's Numair.
Numair. Okay, so it looks like Kildora and Numair are the only ones that haven't been desecrated.
Kildora and Numair. And this is Kildora's temple, so honestly, I'm surprised that she's not one of them. But maybe it's less of a desecration and more of somebody keeping track. You know? Like they're trying to diagnose something.
All right. Well, have we seen everything that we came to see in this room?
I
You
feel
tell
like
me.
there's something more to it, and I don't know what it is.
Maybe we should gather information from the rest of the temple.
yeah, I kind of don't like this room. Kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies.
There was
Let's-
another door next to this one, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's check it out.
I'm going to say Theia and Delaelia, you are able to safely leave the room and
Oh no.
get away from the
Oh, no.
slime. Just wait. Okay, Feliks. As you are leaving the room, the emerald in that seed on the other illustration, it catches your eye as you're walking out.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a sort of whisper, but it doesn't sound like a person whispering. It kind of sounds like it's coming from inside your head, and it says, "Oh, it's so shiny. You should take it." And I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no, that's like my worst stat.
You have inspiration. If it doesn't go well, use another one.
That's a 7.
Okay.
Can you use an inspiration point? Or does it not work on saving throws?
I
think he can if he wants to.
You know what? I want to see where this goes. I'm sorry,
You're gonna
Lydia.
get us all
I'm
killed.
curious. I'm sorry. I'm curious. I want to know what this stone is. I've been piqued by this interest in this thing since we walked into this room. So I'm like, yeah, he'd grab it.
So Feliks, you hear this voice again. It says, "Yes, Feliks, you should take that. Take the gem. It's so pretty and so shiny." And your body goes over to the wall and you grab the little emerald and you it's kind of stuck in there, but you keep pulling and pulling. And I think about this time, Delaelia and Theia, you realize Feliks isn't right behind you. And Feliks, you pull, and then boop, it comes out of the stone.
Oh, no.
And you've got this shiny little emerald in your hand. And then
Oh no.
the floor underneath you
Oh no.
slides away.
What?
Oh no.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to not fall in the pit.
What has gotten into Feliks? And where is Prince Dashing? Will our heroes unlock the secrets of Kildora's temple? Find out next time on Spellbound. Songs in this episode include Spellbound and Spellbound Part 2, along with The Fae by Vindsvept of Bandcamp.com. Vanishing, Impending Boom, Decline, and Mirage by Kevin MacLeod of incomptech.filmmusic.io. All other songs by Alexander Nakarada of Serpent Sound Studios. All sound effects from zapsplat.com. Until next time.
Can't do zombies, can't do spiders.
And I can't do
Okay.
sloths. No sloths.
No frogs.
What?
Fuck
You
those
can't do
guys.
sloths.
Fuck those guys.
That's
like,
the cutest fear
I
I've ever
can't.
heard of.
sick to my stomach.
I
I get it.
can't do
They're
frogs.
weird.
I'm terrified of frogs.
I know.
Absolutely. They
I
make
will
me so-
protect you from all the frogs.
I love frogs. I'll take all the frogs.
Same.
You can have them.
I'll take your frogs and sloths. You can have my spiders and zombies.
The idea of being
Gladly.
dry and moldy at the same time is like, eh. And also like that you are moving slower than the rest of the world so that you just grow shit on you.
Wait, you mean sloths are moldy?
Yeah, they get like
Yes.
mold on them.
Ew, I didn't know that. I didn't want to know that.
They're way less cute now.
And they're like this.
See, that's why I like them, is because they're fucking derpy.
I hate them.
And they're like,
I will
Yeah.
say their claws are,
Scary.
yeah.